And good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Gason.
And I'm Mackenzie Henderson. Okay, so you've heard about the race between the tortoise and the hare. Well, tonight we have video of something like that.
Right, this race was between a tractor and a police car, actually several police cars. It was a chase that played out in Driscoll this morning. Our Taylor Alanis has the exclusive video, and it is our top story.
Okay, hold on. This ain't no country roundup, but in all seriousness, it kind of was. On Tuesday, 45-year-old Alan Bade led police on a not-so-high-speed chase in Driscoll, all on a John Deere tractor.
Not a tractor pursuit. This is the first one for me, and I've been in law enforcement for almost 26 years.
The unusual morning started around 8:30 when police were called to the Circle K gas station after Bade backed the tractor into a van. Police say he has an outstanding felony warrant.
During the altercation, the officer tried to detain him to make the arrest, and that's when he drugged my officer. Dragging
the officer several feet, Bade took off down Highway 77, ending up in this field just north of Farm to Market 2826. Eventually, Bade stopped when officers approached, guns drawn, confused about why he was being arrested.
No, you tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what I'm under arrest for.
So where did he tell police he was wheeling off to?
I'm trying to go to the hot zones in California.
Far away from his destination, Bade hoped someone else could help.
Where's Trump? President Trump. Come meet me at Robstown Hardware. I want all your money and all your family's money to go save those people in California fire.
Thankfully, the officer Bade dragged walked away with only an injured shoulder. Police are still investigating where he got the tractor.
He will be transported to Nueces-County Jail and charges of aggravated assault of a peace officer, along with the initial warrant.
A wild morning in four-wheel drive.
We're glad that it ended peacefully.
Taylor Alanis, 3 News.
Okay, we told you it was exclusive and unique, right?